Number 1. Jerome Boateng. City have spent a fortune on centre-backs in recent years on the likes of John Stones, Nicolas Otamendi, Aymeric Laporte and Eliakim Mangala, but they could have saved themselves a fair wedge had Jerome Boateng's time at the club gone a bit better. Back in 2010, the German centre-back left Hamburg for City for a fee of £10.4 million, agreeing a 5-year deal with the club. However, Boateng would only last 1 year in Manchester, making 24 appearances across all competitions before packing his bags once again and returning to Germany with Bayern Munich, where he's developed into one of the best defenders in the world, Loris Karius. The biggest surprise of the lot, Loris Karius used to be a Manchester City player. The poor bloke had an absolutely horrendous time at Liverpool, which is now over for the time being after joining Besiktas on loan, but Karius just didn't settle at Anfield, and his role in the Champions League final will always be remembered for the wrong reasons. But he could have been Manchester City's problem had things gone a bit differently. In 2009, a young German goalkeeper joined the Manchester City Academy, playing for the under-18s and under-21s, but never the first team, and then headed to Mainz on loan in 2012. 6 months into the loan spell, and the deal was made permanent, and Karius would make his name in the Bundesliga, convincing Liverpool to snap him up in 2016 for just £4.75 million. Nothing went right for Karius, who just proved that City's academy is useless, because if it was any good, he'd still be Liverpool's number 1 and Alisson would be nowhere to be seen. Stefan Savic. A Premier League winner with the club, Stefan Savic's time with City was short, disappointing, but ultimately ended with a medal. The defender cost £6 million in 2011 from Partizan, but like Jerome Boateng, only lasted 1 season in Manchester, making 12 league appearances before heading to Fiorentina, and a deal that saw City bring in a replacement in Matej Nastasic, who also didn't have a lengthy career at the Etihad. 7 years since leaving, Savic is now an important player at Atletico Madrid, not looking out of place in a squad that includes the likes of Diego Godin and Jose Jimenez. Kieran Trippier. The hero of the summer, the greatest right back in the world, the man that gave us the greatest few minutes of our lives against Croatia, Kieran Trippier used to be a Manchester City player. While Kyle Walker swapped Spurs for City, Kieran Trippier had already been at the Etihad, coming through the club's academy, joining at the age of 9. Trippier signed a pro contract with the club in 2007, but would never break into the first team, going out on loan spells to Barnsley and Burnley, before going back to Turf Moor permanently in 2012. Adrien Rabiot. Now this one might be classed as cheating because he was only 13 and never anywhere near the first team, and he was only with the club's academy for a few months in 2008, but Adrien Rabiot was once on the books at Manchester City. The 23-year-old French midfielder, who wasn't selected for their World Cup triumph this summer, could still be a City player today had things gone a bit differently. But reported homesickness and illness to his father meant that Rabiot spent just 6 months at City before returning to France, where he was eventually found a home with PSG. However, he might be moving home soon, with Rabiot linked with an exit from the Parisians, so could he return to the Etihad? With his contract expiring next summer, you never know.